Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to take today and do some everyday makeup because it's been requested by some of my clients. So first you start with a facial primer. This just kind of like blurs your natural skin tone, any shine, and it fills in big pores. I have pores on my cheeks that I like to hide, so put this on. It also helps your foundation last longer. Then I do the foundation. Yes, I use Mary Kay foundation. Sorry guys, nothing exotic, nothing expensive. I have really sensitive skin, so this is what I can use. But I just put it on my fingers and then dab it on my face. I find this more beneficial for me than using my beauty blender. Then I put my concealer on. Sometimes I put the concealer first, but trying to make this video, I was a little nervous. Then I take the blender and just start blending around all of the foundation that you've already put on. Make sure that you just tap lightly. You don't want to drag across your face. The whole reason for a beauty blender is to give you that nice matte finish. And you don't want to pull on, your skin and make any wrinkles or anything like that. Make sure you get all the corners. If you notice, I do take the blender all the way to my hairline. I go around by my ears and then I'll take it all the way down on the neck, because you don't want to have any lines where the makeup stands out and you can see a line of demarcation from your skin tone and the foundation. Just take your time, just keep blending. Be really gentle around your eyes. Nobody wants eye wrinkles. So while you're watching the rest of me blending this foundation out, ladies, I want to tell you about baking. So baking is when you're putting on like almost an excessive amount of powder, and then you're letting the natural heat from your skin and your body temperature just kind of hold on to what it's going to hold on to, and then later you'll dust that off. So now we're going to go into the highlight. This is your matte highlight, nothing glittery, nothing sparkly. It's just highlighting your cheekbones, your forehead, down your nose, and your chin. And then we're going to let this bake. The next thing we're going to do is line your eyebrows. I use a makeup pencil, just like a regular eyeliner pencil. Don't want to push too hard. You're not trying to make like a harsh line, just kind of outlining to give the shape. Notice I don't go into my tails because I already have a tail on my brows. If you don't have a tail, then you might want to take a little bit down there as well. We're getting ready to blend this with an angled brush, but this is just how I put my initial shape in. So you can kind of still make some adjustments, but you're just giving the outline of the brow. Now I'm going to take the angled brush and my eyeshadow powder. They do have like brow powders. This is just the one that I've been using forever because I like the color. I don't rub the brush across the powder. I just kind of like tap it on there because you really don't need a lot. Then I never start in the front. So you'll start kind of right where I started, towards the middle in the thicker part. That way you can get most of the excess powder off there. You are going to brush right here into where the line is that you did with the liner to soften and blend that line in. So I'm just going to kind of speed this up a little bit because it's the same thing, of course, on the other side. Just blending that brow, making sure that it's the nice shape that you want. You don't have to be completely perfect because the next step we're getting ready to highlight. And we'll be able to make some adjustments. So here I'm using a brow concealer stick. You can use just regular concealer. I just like this one that's like creamy but not a liquid. And it's easy because I can just draw with a pencil. So you want to make sure you don't draw into the brow, you just go right underneath it. This is a stiff eyeliner brush. Something that has an angle on it, but I use it for really precise lines, so you don't want it to be too flimsy and move. You're going to want to go right up to the line of the brow. You're trying to take that line that you drew with the eyeliner and just make it super crisp. You can skip this step if you're not really wanting that really crisp line in your brows, but that's what I really like, so that's why I'm showing you how I do my makeup. again, here I am just switching to the other side. I just wanted to give you both sides just in case it's a better angle for you to see or anything like that. Plus for you to get a good idea of how long it realistically will take to do your makeup in the morning. Doesn't really take that long for me. Then I do smudge the line right here with my finger. You just kind of like rub any of that line of the concealer out to blend it into the foundation. Then you're going to take your angled contour brush. You're just dusting off that matte highlight that you've been letting bake for a little bit. All you're doing is dusting the excess powder off. This is a loose setting powder. This one is by Clinique. They do have a Laura Mercier one. I'm sure there's other brands. It has a little bit of color because that's how I like it, but it's not tons. You see I'm taking this big brush. I'm just kind of dabbing the powder on. I'm not brushing it off. It's hard to see in the camera, but there's excess powder on my face. Again, I'm letting this bake. It's gonna give it a nice, really smooth, really even finish. I do rub it down on my neckline where we put the foundation so that it sets really, really well. Now we're gonna move on. I don't wear false lashes, even though I love the look. So if you have them, you can skip this. Otherwise, of course, curl your lashes. I only use black mascara, ladies, like the blackest black. Velvet black, jet black, glam black, whatever your line calls it, black is gonna give you the best look. You notice here I'm scooping, like I scoop and twist the brush as I go up my eyes or my eyelashes. That gives you really that fuller look at the bottom, and then you want to make sure you go swoop all the way up into the tips of your lashes so you don't skip those. 2 coats. I always do 2 coats. The first coat, it's just only going to let you build so much because the mascara is still kind of wet and it's still too pliable. So once you've done the first coat, then I go back and do the second one. You don't want to let it dry completely, but you do need it to be like halfway dry so that it has a little bit of like stickiness to it. Then you see I'm just going over those tips of the lashes because you want the whole lash to be accentuated, especially in those corners, ladies. Don't skip the corners. You want that nice little flare on the end of your lashes. Okay, ladies, yes, I do make a mess at the top of my eyelid. It's just something I've done since I was starting to wear makeup. We'll clean it in a second, but then we're going to do the bottom lashes. You just want to gently dab those. I don't pull it, otherwise I feel like it makes my lashes look too long. Again, of course, I'm speeding this up. We skip to the other side. As soon as you finish that side, I'm going to use a disposable makeup applicator. It's kind of like a Q-tip. It's just a little stiffer to me, but you really can use either one. I just wet it and take off the excess mascara. This will not work, ladies, if you're using waterproof mascara. Let me let you know. I've learned the hard way. As soon as you finish that, you're going to take that same fluffy powder brush and you're just going to dust off all the excess powder that you've been letting bake. Just kind of swirl around on your face. You're going to dust the extra off, but you're also blending kind of what's already there. Baking, I'm telling you, it changes your life. It's going to make a whole difference in your look. Then we're going to take the contour brush. The contour goes right into like your natural dips right under your cheekbones. You don't want to take it out too close to your, like towards your mouth. You want to keep it kind of towards the back. You're just going to do it until it looks good to you. You don't want it to be too heavy and then you don't want it to be too light. Of course, this is a daytime look, so if it's going to be nighttime, you can go a little heavier. It's totally up to you. It's just what kind of floats your boat, I guess. You know, what looks natural to you. This is just more of a natural everyday look. Now I'm going to take my blush and put it above that. When you smile, it's going to show you the apple of your cheeks. That's kind of where you want your blush to sit, but you want to pull it all the way back. It's going to kind of touch and blend into that contour. That way it just looks like it's your natural shadows under your cheeks, and then it blends into like your color into your cheeks. And then of course we're going to follow this with your highlight. But you just want it to be nice and one consistent kind of look. You don't want to see a line from dark to thin your blush. You know what I mean? Like nothing between your contour and your blush. This is your highlight. This is your shiny, glittery highlight. So you're just going to put it right where you see me putting it, just towards at the very top of your cheekbones. You can put it down your nose, a little bit on your forehead. Some people do contour the edge of their forehead. I don't, because I have a really small one. But then your chin, that's just showing you how it looks. I'm sorry, I'm clowning because I'm silly. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of that matte highlight and just go right along the bottom of the contour. Just a little bit. I just like it because it kind of makes it pop a little. Then I'm going to take a black eyeliner. You don't have to use black if you don't want black. I'm a little dramatic, so that's how I like it. I just do inside my waterline and right at the top in the inner corner so that it looks nice and angled. Then I take a angled brush. This one can be a little softer than that one you use for your brows. This one I'm just dipping a little bit of powder. It's kind of like an off brown. I'm sorry, not off brown, off black. They just kind of like it to accentuate those edges just a little bit. Now you're ready for your lips. This lipstick that I'm using, I don't need a lip liner. It's kind of one of those matte last all day lipsticks. I absolutely love it. I'll have to put in the description the one that I use so that you guys know, but I have several colors of the same lipstick because I love it. It's just a great brand. Alright guys, here we go. Final look. Sexy faces. Gotta make them at yourself after you're done with your makeup. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I would love to hear from you. Thanks.